Now, in every organization, there are hidden leaders, people unseen with hidden potential. Now, imagine if you could identify who those people were and then intentionally start developing them, because they're the future of your organization and of business in general.
Yeah, very. Andre, hidden leaders, really important area of underdeveloped potential within any organization. Can you tell us how we can go about finding or developing this latent asset that many organizations have?
Yeah, Darren, that's an interesting one, and it's not really difficult to think about it. It's actually giving them the opportunity to step up. So there's two things. There's will. That's the biggest thing that you start with. There's people who are interested, or people who may not know that they have leadership potential. I think back to a lot of the young leaders I've worked with and a lot of the individual contributors. Many of them moved into leadership roles and shown they were just fantastic. But if you go back a couple of years, they had not seen it necessarily in themselves, but given the opportunity to do that. So I think the simple thing is to be really intentional about giving them the opportunity to participate in a leadership development program. So for example, to be very transparent, plugging our Leadership Accelerator program. It's an online program that young leaders can actually go through as a way of understanding if this is something that I want to do. Not only does it help filter through some of those people, but it also gets people who are this untapped potential going, you know what, this sounds interesting, and I think I might want to do this. So that's an easy way to do it, to allow them. It's almost like a filter to say, undertake this program, tell us what you think, because if you're interested, we're going to help develop you as a leader in this business. So that's one way that I would do that in a very simple way. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. As we know, a lot of the program when we designed it was for people that are already moving into that role or have taken on that role. We've also found it a great tool for people to prepare them for that role, or in a couple of instances, I've talked with people using it to, is this even something that you want to do? Is they're exploring that themselves, right? Do they light up when they start talking about the concepts in there and engaging with people and how to grow people themselves? Or you know what, I'm good, I like doing things and I'm going to stay doing things. I wanted the title, but I don't really want what comes with the title of being a leader. And there's so many core skills that everybody can use. But certainly as you're drawing out that hidden talent specifically, is giving them a way to kind of focus that potential into a track that we can help to nurture and measure as we go.
It's interesting, Darren, as you were saying that, just to give you a very clear example of an organization that we work with our program, is we identified the potential by the simple fact of people undertaking the program. So it was offered to 30 or 40 people. 15 of those took it up. That's the first thing, because all of a sudden they start to filter up as potential leaders of the future. They're self-selected basically as saying, look, I'm interested and I want to do this. It's not hard. It's an easy way for organizations. If you're a leader within your unit, to see who are the potential leaders, untapped potential that I have, get them to, sign them up to do the Leadership Accelerator and just see what happens. Just see what happens.
Absolutely. And that's where, as we often encourage, is the manager to go through it themselves so that they can observe, right, what their person as they're going through it, and they can have those discussions. The ebook, that can be a bit of a discussion guide, right? That they go, okay, let's talk about this. Why don't you teach this? The lesson that you just went through, the section you went through, why don't you teach that at our next meeting? Why don't you learned out of that and share that at our next weekly meeting? There's so many ways that then you can help them to develop that skill further, and again, see that keenness that they have by using a tool like this.
Yeah, so that's it. Download the ebook, have a look at it, circulate it, and if you want to know what is in our Leadership Accelerator program, the ebook is a really good way, but you can also tap on the link that takes you to the Leadership Accelerator.